Hey everyone, it's Madison from PH Doodling, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be setting up my October 2022 plan with me. I'm going to be setting up my monthly spreads for the month of October in my beautiful Archer and Olive notebook. I have this cute little notebook with a little dog imprint on the front, and I absolutely love it because it reminds me of my sweet dog Gus. If you're interested in making a purchase from them, see below in the description box for a coupon off your purchase. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. I'm very excited to share this theme with you all. I'm calling it Spooky Shelves because I wanted to do kind of a fall Halloween twist without too much of a fall, so I decided to kind of do these cute little shelves with these Halloween motifs like leaves, potion bottles, pumpkins, all that kind of stuff, so I could use a beautiful fall color palette and still kind of satisfy my need to draw all of these fun fall things. So I'm starting here on the cover page. After I've sketched it out, I'm outlining it with my fine black tip marker. And you can see I kind of did a couple of shelves, and I incorporated a few picture frames, which is where I put the month of October, which you'll see here in a minute. And then I have a little fireplace and a rug and a little basket full of yarn in the bottom because I thought it was kind of fun. I also incorporated a few spider webs and some sparkles around some of the potions, and I was really, very happy with how it turned out. This spread, this setup in general, was very doodle heavy, which I actually really enjoyed. For some people it may be a little overwhelming, but I love incorporating all these fun little motifs. So you saw my color palette there. I went for like a very fall neutral color palette. I wanted this theme to kind of have Halloween fall vibes, so I went for like a deep purple, an orange, a red, a golden color, a brown, and then of course I incorporated a little bit of black. And I played with layers of color, just kind of helping me give more options. Like for example, I would go over the brown multiple times in some of the picture frames just to make it kind of a different color than the shelves. This is a great way to use a very minimal color palette while still kind of having a variety of colors, is actually just applying multiple layers of that color. It also lets you add a little bit of depth, like you can see I've done on the pumpkins there. So it just helps you kind of give a little bit more depth to your picture. I also like using my light gray color to add a little bit of shadow to some things, just kind of again gives it a little bit more. I had a lot of fun coloring this in. It kind of reminded me of coloring in like a color page from a coloring book, which I absolutely love, so I'm totally fine with that. And you can see there, and we've added all the color, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. The only last thing now to do was to letter October up in that top picture frame, which to be honest, lettering like calligraphy like this is always my least favorite thing because if you mess it up, there is literally no going back. So I always save it to the end. But I was very happy with how it turned out. I thought it was cute and kind of a fun idea to incorporate the month into a picture frame there, unlike my wall, which you would see maybe in a haunted house. That was kind of the vibe I was going for. So now we can go ahead and move on to my quote page. I decided to do these fun little ghosts because I think I saw them on Pinterest. It's like part of a graphic art, and I thought they were really cute, and I was like, oh yes, let's do that. And the quote that I picked for this month was "Happy Spooky Season." I thought it would be really fun to letter out, and I used my beautiful purple color here from my Tombow collection. This is one of my favorite purples from my Tombow collection because it's dark and it's not too bright, so it kind of like really fit with this color scheme. And those ghosts were really fun. The page was looking a little bare though, so of course I had to add a little bit of washi tape, trying to achieve my goal of using washi tape in every setup throughout the year, this year in 2021. Going good so far. I incorporated a red, or not a red, that's orange and yellow and a black to kind of tie in all those other colors. I didn't have a red that was like a deep maroon color. All I had was like 4th of July red, which was way too bright for the theme. So I stuck with those colors. Now we're moving on to my monthly calendar. I love having a 2-page monthly calendar, so I have plenty of room to write all of my dates and such. I'm adding, of course, some shelving around my calendar layout here, and a few picture frames as well. My calendar boxes are 6x6 grid. This is what works for me, and also just like what is the maximum amount of space you can have per box in an A5 journal like this. I like to highlight the top row of each of those boxes, which is where I write the date, and then in that other empty space is where I'll write my events and due dates and other stuff. I really just filled this page to the absolute max with doodles, which was really easy to do with these shelves because you can kind of just do little sections of it, which worked out really well. And finally, I'm again lettering October on the side there. I've been doing that past couple of months and I just really love how it looks. Also, it gives me lots of room to letter. and I was very happy with how that turned out. I love using the black, it just kind of really stands out. I used the black in my last month as well to letter September on this side, and I was very happy with that as well. If you're looking for another fall theme, you should check out my September spread. I'll link it above. I did an apple theme, and it was perfect for fall as well. Also for the start of the school year, because apples always remind me of the beginning of the school year. So finally, we're just going in and adding in all of the color, and then we're pretty much done. This was a fun theme because I kind of just used the colors as I pleased. There was not really any like specific rhyme or reason. The only thing is I used the pumpkins. I made them yellow and orange because that's what I thought made sense. So next is the trackers that I like to do. I do a mood and a habit tracker in my monthly setups. For the mood tracker, I decided to do shelving and have a book each day to color in for my mood. I thought this kind of went perfectly with the theme, and it also made it easier for me to draw. I was going to do like more motifs, but I thought it would be like complicated of which ones were to be filled in, and so I just thought books would be easier. And so I went ahead and numbered those 1 through 31, and I will color in each one every day to describe my mood. I added a couple other little fun things like spider webs, candles, and I was very happy with how it turned out. And then my key there, you can see I kind of made it into a picture frame that was hanging on the wall. That was really fun. About the thing that I really liked about this theme is incorporating like the pictures among the shelves. I think a lot of people have kind of done this theme with like just office and home, so I tried to make like a spooky twist on it, which is why I'm calling it Spooky Shelves. And it was perfect for how it turned out. And this was just a really fun and easy theme because drawing the bookshelves just really, they take up a lot of room, and it was really fun to do all of the doodles. So that'll be completely filled in at the end of the month when I fill out a mood per day. Then next to that I have my habit tracker, and I am just going in and doing the small little doodles at the bottom. I first like to actually draw out my little calendars for each of the habits, and then I add in the doodles at the bottom depending on how much room that I have. And I have been making room for 9 habits, but I kind of reduced that down to 7 because 9 was just too many habits for me to track. I was finding I wasn't needing that many, so 7 works for me, but you can adjust that for what you need. And I usually draw this little calendar layout like this, and then I just fill in the box on the day when I complete my habit. I'll pick those habits at the beginning of the month. I don't know what I'm going to track then because they differentiate based on the month, so I like to leave that blank. Next is my 2 lines a day, which I again have a love-hate relationship with. This is something I've been doing for several years now. I want to say maybe 2 or 3, I don't remember, I think 2 years. And I write 2 lines a day, and I try to keep it very positive, memories, things that happened that day, just a quick little blurb. It's kind of a form of memory and journaling. However, I'm just finding it very tedious to keep up with, so I think coming in the new year I will not be continuing to do this. That has become more clear as the months have gone on. So I'm looking for new ideas. If you have any little forms of memory or journaling like this that you incorporate in your journal, let me know in the comments below, because I'm really interested in finding something new that just maybe I enjoy more. But we're gonna finish strong for the year, and again, I just did my simple layout that I always do. I always highlight every other day just to help my mind visually know where I am and making sure that I am keeping up, because let's be honest, I don't do it every day, I do it every couple of days, and so I have to make sure I'm caught up. But now we're finally moving on to my last setup, which is actually my first weekly spread. I'll only be doing 1. If you'd like to see the rest, head on over to my Instagram. My handle's at PHDoodling21, and I set up my weekly spreads on Reels that I post every week, so you should be sure to check that out if you need more inspiration. I did my classic box layout, but the one thing I did differently this time was I added the numbers down in the corner in like a light gray, so that I still have enough room for all my tasks and to-dos, but I also know the date because I just need to know that, and I really like how it turned out. And I again added a few little bookshelf items down at the bottom and that cute little basket of yarn in those fun fall colors, and it turned out really, really well. I was very happy, and I'm glad I did a gray as well to kind of help tone down all those like very vibrant fall colors. Alright, now that we've finished our last spread, let's go ahead and take a final flip through for my entire October monthly setup. I hope you enjoyed this spooky shelves theme and it gave you some inspiration for your own bullet journal for this upcoming month. Thank you for coming along with me and watching me set up my spreads. I really truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I absolutely love getting to share my creativity with all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, as always, happy doodling!